Hi everyone, welcome to the VK Talk Show. My name is Vijay Kumar, and I'm really happy to invite you to this wonderful session of VK Talk Show. Today we have a very interesting topic. This is about embracing your passion and to live life with passion. Um, I remember when I was a kid, when I was studying in school, all that I knew was to complete my education. The subjects that I had to choose in my 11th and 12th standard was already sort of decided by my teachers and by my parents. And I chose science because that is what most of my friends also chose. After completing my 12th, again, when it was the question to decide what to study next, it was again all decided that I had to study engineering, right? And I chose engineering because, again, most of my friends chose engineering. Some of them chose medical and some of them chose science, arts, commerce. When I look back, all of those streams were like already decided for, the streams to be pursued for children when they, passed out of 11th and 12th, right? No one spoke about passion at that point in time. In fact, when I remember, I don't think I even ever heard anything about passion at that point in time. And then I got into job, and then things just happened. Um, it's great that I'm listening that there is a conversation about finding your passion and living life passionately. This is the conversation what I've been hearing in the last few years, and I really love this change. I really love this transformation in the way how people are looking at things, where they really want to get connected to passion and to live life passionately. What does it actually mean, like to live life passionately? What actually is a passion? So when I started researching about it, this is what I understood, that passion is a very deep sense of an emotion about something that you are very really connected about. It's a pursuit, it's an interest about which you are so much connected that you are ready to invest large amounts of your time, your resources, and your efforts to go deep into it and explore more of it. It's just not your liking. Passion is not limited to liking. It's much more beyond that. In fact, a passion has a sense of purpose. In fact, that's what differentiates passion from just mere liking. It also has the elements of making a difference to your own self and making a difference to others. And today we have people who are trying to pursue a passion, but then they are pursuing a passion which they really care about. So I have three such people here, three such wonderful people, and I'm really happy to invite them for this discussion on what it is to live life from passion, and of course the challenges, the benefits, and all of that. We're going to discuss further on that as well. So without much further ado, let me quickly introduce one by one. To start with, I will start with Meenakshi. I got to know Meenakshi a few months before, and my initial sense of who Meenakshi is that she's someone who is very bold, courageous, and a confident young woman. When I got to know a little more about Meenakshi, I never understood that there could be a journey of going through trauma and overcoming that before becoming a successful and a very confident woman, the way how Meenakshi appears now. Okay, and this story was very inspirational. When I got to know this for the first time, I could have never imagined that what she could have had gone through behind this, behind the confident woman that I see in front of me. Okay, and what is even more phenomenal, what I know about Meenakshi is this, that not only she has caused a breakthrough in what she had to deal with, now she wants to help others in dealing with those challenges of people who have gone through the traumatic experience and then cause a beautiful life. Because most of the people, when they deal with trauma, they don't even want to share with other people. Now that she has taken this initiative to help people is actually amazing. So Meenakshi, a very quick introduction from you about yourselves.
So thank you so much, first of all, for inviting us, and thank you so much for your words. That itself makes me emotional at this point, but in a very resourceful manner. And I'm really glad and honored and grateful to be here, first of all. Thank you so much for creating this platform. Well,
Wonderful. Please go ahead.
my name is Meenakshi Verma, and I mentor people out of their traumatic emotions. So, as I was growing up, there were many telltale signs of what PTSD, childhood PTSD, looks like. So, there were health problems, PCOD, thyroid, depression, anxiety, again, this fear of loneliness, overthinking, relationship struggles. And having long realized that traditional therapies alone never worked. So that's where I started to search what other things people require to come out of their loops. And that's where my mission comes in, where I look forward to transforming lives of 1 million conscious seekers from victimhood to victorhood by changing their scripts that they hold within and grooming their emotional intelligence.
Wow. Wow. Meenakshi, that's very powerful. And the particular sentence, what you said at the end, that there is a script that is written in their head, which they're holding on to. That's very, very powerful. And we'll get to know more about as we move forward, further forward in this interview. Yeah. And once again, thank you for introducing yourselves.
Thank you.
The next person whom I would want to introduce is Karthik. Karthik, as I understand him as a personality, he's someone who's with a heart of gold. I would say that someone who is very helpful, very resourceful, and who is always there to help people around him. Apart from this, he's also very witty. He is very intelligent, smart, and Karthik has his own story too. He has been someone who has had financial challenges when he was growing up as a kid and while pursuing education. And uh, what he shared with me, that he had to find a job once he completed his education. It was very important for him to earn a job to support his family. And this is the story of many middle class families, in the country. Okay. And what is remarkable about Karthik is that now he recognized that issue of what people deal with when they're not financially smart, when they're not financially intelligent. And he wants to help people understand the importance of investment and help create multiple sources of income and retire financially independent. So that's what he's very passionate about. So Karthik, a quick intro from yourselves.
Hi, Vijay. Thank you for the warm welcome, actually. So I am overwhelmed with your introduction. Thanks for that. And thank you all for having me. And so my name is Karamsetti Karthik. I am called by the name Patriot Karthik socially. So I am an IT professional with 12 years of experience, and I am building a mobile application in stock market space. So coming from a very loyal middle class family, so I have seen the struggles of people, myself and family and relatives. So having lesser money than required always. So this is even working hard for decades, our parents, our relatives, or whoever older people you see, they must have worked for decades together to support their family, to support the education of their kids and all. But at the end of their career, say during their retirement, so they again get to depend upon their kids. So these are the struggles we see across the country, per se. So when I break down the reasons for it, basically, so there are so many, out of which some are like they couldn't take the risk because of their financial background and the resources they had and everything. And there are no investment opportunities for them. Very less income, that is first one. Out of the less income also, they could have invested something and built some kind of wealth for their retirement, but they couldn't do it because of lack of opportunities at that point of time. But for us in this generation who are already earning well, when I compared to previous generation, basically. Still, how well we are investing is a question to discuss. That is where my deeper concern started, actually. So since we are only earning better than the previous generation, we are spending much and thinking that we are comfortable and we are living a happy life. So that is not the point, actually. With the rising inflation and the country being developed, so any money will not be enough by the time we retire. We, in the sense, probably born from 1990 onwards. So that is where I feel it is very important to start investing. Being an employee for 12 years, like I started investing only from past 2 years. When I started 6 years ago, I just invested because my colleagues were investing and I lost the money. I thought it is gambling. Then 2 years ago, when I realized the true power of investing and understood what is investing, then it really moved me and caused a great regret. From that regret, created a passion that I have to make people not miss out what I have missed out, basically. So that is where my passion comes in. So I want to help people retire wealthy and early and build passive income sources so that it can help them during any eventuality. So they live a wonderful life. They provide education for their kids, provide healthcare for their parents, and take care of themselves happily.
Perfect.
Before and post retirement.
Got it. Got it, Karthik. And thank you so much for that introduction of what is that you are up to. Yeah. Now I want to introduce Venkatesh. Venkatesh, for me, comes across as a very kind-hearted, compassionate, a very hardworking, and a very committed individual. What I know about Venkatesh is that he's someone who had his own struggles during his childhood and while pursuing his education, and lacked guidance. Okay. And now that he's an IT professional, he has built his career and he's in his 40s, and he's seeing right now that there are people struggling with challenges, typically in the middle age, which is 40 plus, where there are responsibilities towards family, a career that has to be taken care, financial investments, and many other responsibilities. And people tend to struggle with managing these multiple responsibilities. Venki is trying to decipher the challenges and and is trying to find out how people can effectively deal with these challenges, particularly people who are in the middle age. So this may be of interest to those people who are already, in the middle age category. Okay, so that's what Venki is all about. So I would request Venki to quickly introduce himself.
Firstly, thank you so much, Vijay, for a great summary. I'm very honored to be here. Thank you so much again for VK Talks for providing me a great opportunity. So, hello everyone. So my name is Venkatesh Venkatappa. People address me with a short name Venki. So, firstly, I am very happy to be here. So it's been 20 years in the industry, in IT world. I had a tough struggling during earlier days. 15 years in the core IT industry and 5 years in other jobs, which I did in the beginning of my career. So what happened is that I spent 2 decades of time, but still I'm struggling. This came to my mind, right? So it was so fortunate that I come across with one of the webinar about one of the mentors, which really stuck in my mind. That's when I realized that there is something which I'm missing. When I started assessing myself, I realized that I have a lot of ignorance about some of the aspects of my life. So, for instance, if I take maybe a eating pattern, just an example I'm taking. So that ignorance made me ending up with 10 kg of excess of weight, right? So having said that, with the determination and the discipline, I followed best practices for 3 months and I could see the result. So which gives me a clear indication that any individual who has got a determination and a discipline, people can see the results. So with this, it gives me an impression that I think I can really help a lot of people who are struggling in the middle age. So this made me this journey which I took 4 5 months back really made me realize that every human has got a lot of power within it. It is a great opportunity by the universe for the individual who has got the great growth mindset. They can definitely bring a lot of changes in their life. So I'm very happy to help people who are committed, who can take actions and bring results and help themselves and their surroundings.
Brilliant. Venki, thank you so much for that introduction. I look forward to see you on VK Talks, and I really hope that you take something value out of these sessions. And I invite you to subscribe to my channel and share this with your near and dear ones whom you really care about so that they can get benefited. Look forward to seeing you.